waiting for? Please welcome the Pelbros Podcast.
Yo, welcome to the Pelbros Podcast, episode 35. Probably a bit of a surprise episode here, considering Pelican season's over, but, just because their season's over doesn't mean that we're not going to drop content and drop new episodes. So, yeah, as always, myself here, James, and I got my co-host with me.
Yo, it's your boy Ryan DW, baby. Yeah, it's true, man. We caught these guys off guard, bro.
Yeah, for the long-time listeners, you're probably all like, damn, another episode, hectic.
Yeah, these two lazy fucking bludgers finally get around to an episode, yeah?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't been that consistent this year, but lately in the past couple of weeks it's been pretty good. But yeah, we're in the thick of NBA playoffs. So last time we recorded, I think we had just finished off the season pretty much for the Pels, and we were going into the playoffs and we were talking about the key matches that we were keen on watching and some of our predictions. But yeah, as we're recording right now, it's a Sunday.
Yeah, tell them that, bro. Tell them that.
It's a
Sunday
day
night, yo.
Day for a break for rest.
Yeah.
But we're out here.
Tell them, bro. Tell them, son. What we doing?
Using our free time to dish out the content. So
yeah, we're grinding here, mate.
Give us a break. Give us a break if we're sounding a bit too chill, sounding a bit too relaxed. But we need a break. We've been hustling all week.
Yeah, man.
We all work full time, so come on, cut us some slack.
Yeah, and on top of that too, all I want to say is, all these people say, yeah, bro, we grinding. Yeah, bro. Where you at right now, bro? Sunday night. I'm doing this shit for free, bro. I'm doing this shit. Wait, look through me and James's YouTube library or whatever. Because YouTube, we've uploaded additional, quick plug, by the way. Check out us on YouTube. But obviously we have additional 10-minute videos, other shit like that, right? So if you added up all the audio we recorded so far, think about how much fucking, actual, free fucking grinding we've been doing. So all I'm saying, bro, is where these players at? Where these cats at, Are you celebrating episode 35? I don't think you even done episode 0, son. Where you at?
I was going to say, we're doing it for free and it's actually starting to cost us.
Yeah, so. That's true. So, yeah, so don't worry, that's as far as we'll guilt trip these guys for today. Yeah. But just know we out here.
Yeah, but yeah, anyways, episode 35, let's just jump into it. We're talking NBA playoffs, so a lot's been happening. We've been keeping up with a lot of the series. It's been pretty hype. A lot of I guess you could say surprises or typical NBA playoff storylines are coming out. It's crazy right now. So how do we want to begin? Should we just go series by series and just kind of talk about our thoughts and see what we've seen and recap what we think?
I think the first thing that we'll get off straight off the bat is obviously Lakers taking the fucking L, mate. Yeah,
huge series for the Suns. And obviously, not to discount the Lakers, but Anthony Day-to-Day Davis, being injured as always, so kept out by a groin injury. But, mad respect to the Suns. I was following the series pretty closely. I was rooting for the Suns because fuck the Lakers, but...
Yeah, boy.
I'm just
that's the thing. I was going to say, CP3 got injured in the first game, though.
Yeah, that's true, actually. Yeah. The series, no one's really been healthy. I know LeBron has been also dealing with an ankle injury or something, but look, overall...
Always some kind of excuse with LeBron.
Yeah, I mean, overall, there's a few games in there where even if they had AD, it looked like the Suns were just locked in. I think it was probably game 5 or game 4, one of them, but the Suns they just took over. It looked like no one was stopping them. They're definitely out there to prove something, and led by CP3 himself. They're second seed, so they didn't get there by chance. But overall, it was a great series. Devin Booker.
That ending game, bro. That ending game. Yeah, the ending game from Devin Booker, the closer out. It was a 6-game series, right?
Yeah. So Phoenix won 4-2.
Yeah. So exactly. So then game 6. I think that is at least up until the date of recording. Devin Booker's best game yet, of his career. So that's pretty fucking crazy, bro. And to do that and to close out the series versus LeBron and shit. And then I don't know how much you tuned into it, but I only tuned into the last fourth, the fourth quarter, just because I'm bro, I need to see this, But that's the thing. I think it was on a Friday for us or some shit. Was it? Do you remember what day it was?
Yeah, it was a Friday.
Oh, well, there you go. My memory's still there. And, as per usual, I'm out here on Friday fucking grinding, And so I'm like, yo, I can't watch the whole fucking thing, because, pretty much me and James, we do need to somehow get money, you know what I mean?
Gotta pay the bills.
Yeah, you got to pay the bills somehow, right? So I was like, all right, I'll chill, But then I had to tune in for like the fourth. And mate, it was just I think the best way me and you were messaging each other, bro. It was just pretty much it's just like porn, right? It was just amazing. It was just like, mwah, mwah, mwah. I loved all that shit. But basically,
yeah, I mean, for Pelicans fans, you understand. So it sounds pretty.
And for just anyone that isn't a Lakers fan, that isn't a LeBron fan, shit like that. Yeah, because I was gonna say like what was funny about it was by the end of it, I think. One of the last few plays, LeBron couldn't not just Lakers couldn't start to get back into the game. It's too late and shit like that. Basically, Devin Booker goes for like a fucking like dunk, right? And then after that, there's text getting called. Did you see that part?
Yeah, it was like garbage time, and then Devin Booker just dunked it up. I don't know if anyone said anything, but he walked back or he ran back on defense, just like. Mad chan shit, and he was just.
Oh no! I'm pretty sure after he did that, then people were like G'ing him up, like what do you call it? Like, oh, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like that's disrespectful. What are you doing that shit for? And then he's just like, fuck you. You know what I mean? This is my fucking game, bro. I think that's how it is. I don't know but from how I saw it, I maybe it's just because I'm biased. I don't like Lakers, so
I imagine there was a bit of chatter. I mean, he turned around and instantly started talking back at them. So again, I don't know whether he was just initiating it, but mad respect to him. I like to say that because it's brewing a bit of a rivalry. There's a lot of chatter in a few series now, so we'll get into those other ones.
Yeah.
But yeah, this one has been even Jay Crowder. Jay Crowder's been doing a lot of trolling. I don't really like that guy.
Oh, because Jay Crowder actually was the one that got ejected in that same kind of like that same sequence, I guess.
Yeah, like I don't really like that guy. He's a bit of a rat, but he always burns us. But yeah, he got ejected. I think he was like salsa dancing in front of the bench. But that's also because like throughout the series they've been making fun of him.
Yeah.
And they were like on the bench, they were like mocking him and shit. So I guess it all comes full circle, right? So yeah, I love those little kind of mad talking shit. Devin Booker, 22 points in the first quarter. I managed to watch the whole game because I was working from home.
Oh shit!
Guy was crazy, man. He was just hitting. I think he hit 6 threes in the first quarter. The Suns pretty much put away the Lakers in the first quarter. I think they got out to like a 22-point lead, and it actually only kind of got cut back in the third when LeBron James kind of became more aggressive and played a bit more, kind of tried to take over. But in the end, it was too little, too late. And honestly, Booker, Jay Crowder, they're just too good for the Lakers. The other thing to come out of this was, I think, obviously Anthony Davis. They tried to play him in that game 6, even though he had injured his groin, I think in game either 4 or 5, and it was clear that he was just not ready to play. I don't know if you saw it, but he basically...
I didn't see it live, but I saw it, yeah.
Yeah, he basically... They put him in to start, and in those first 5 minutes, the Suns were just like so smart. They just gave the ball to Devin Booker, and they just ISO'd Anthony Davis because they knew he was injured, and they just basically ran at him like 3 or 4 times until... On one of the times where he tried to contest Devin, he was way too slow. You could tell that he was like limping. He eventually just like started grabbing at his groin. He's like, yeah, this is too much, and then couldn't play. So stupid fucking Lakers doctors for even like making him available, I guess. Like potentially risking his career because, groins aren't nothing to fuck with. But
bro, that ain't no doctor shit, bro. I think I already told you this shit, bro. AD will, be freaking LeBron's dog, you know what I mean? Like, and that's the thing that they, like, he'll, like, if LeBron told him to bark, he'd be, you know what I mean? Like, he's his bitch pretty much, right? So what I'm trying to say is that, like, because of that, I feel as if that was maybe a big kind of factor. Like, LeBron's like, because, LeBron would obviously know that they need fucking Anthony Davis to have any chance to fucking win the series. And, AD doesn't want to let his boyfriend down. So he's just like, oh, please, I'm going to show everyone I'm a tough guy, I'm da-da-da-da. So...
Whatever. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. I agree. 100%. He was just not ready for it, and clearly they've built a team around him, and this team kind of relies on AD now as the best player, more so than LeBron. And then the other thing to come out of it was, a lot of plays LeBron was just checked out. He was just like, they'll miss a basket, and then he won't even get back on defense. So there were like multiple clips that were shown where he didn't bother. He just like completely fucking gave up on the team. So I mean, for all the LeBron stands out there, like, is that your fucking GOAT? Like, a guy who just, like, checks out, ditches his team, lets his team play 4v5 on defense. Multiple clips. There's, like, so much evidence of it. Like, you can't even dispute it. So, you know, if for all the LeBron stands out there, if you're still defending him, like, open your eyes. That's all I got to say.
Yeah. Just, bro, you're saying a very, like, PG version. It's, you know, it's bronsexuals, right? Or just people that are, you know, just like, stop. Just hop off of LeBron's dick for just a quick second, you know? Maybe you'd actually have a bit of like, oh, hey, maybe he isn't this like freaking...
So true.
All he's made out to be this perfect whatever bullshit. Anyways, because talking about that too, right? I actually wanted to bring this up in terms of the Devin Booker, like how he didn't get ejected, I don't think, but it was kind of, he got the text and whatnot. He got off the court and right. So basically, how I saw that was that, you know, the Lakers were just being salty, you know what I mean? Like, there was just a very salty vibe from these cunts. And then to top all that saltiness off, you know, LeBron, what do you call it? Like, as in, like, it's like these guys were kind of like acting as if like they, how do I say it? Like they deserved something or something, you know, like they owed something or some shit. It's like, get the fuck out of here, you know what I mean? Like, you guys fucking lost fair and square and whatnot. Like, fuck you. What, just because you're like, you're the, champions last year or some shit. But the thing is that if anything, you should be acting more like a fucking champion. What is this salty bitch shit, right? Like, what do you call it? They don't even shake his like LeBron just like walks away. They didn't even shake the Suns' hand. You saw that, right?
Yeah, he went straight to the locker room.
Yeah, but apparently what I did hear is like, you know, off the record or, you know, behind the scenes, some shit like that he actually did meet them later on in the locker rooms or whatever bullshit.
Yeah, I saw that. He like took photos with Devin Booker and like exchanged jerseys or some shit.
But even still, regardless, you know, in terms of like what was going on at the moment, bro, acted like a bitch. So I don't give a shit. You know what I mean? What people want to say. Oh, but bronsexuals are gonna give me the storyline of, nah, bro. He's not about like the public life, bro. He just wants to keep that shit like low key, bro. Like, he's real like that. Yeah, shut the fuck up. Like, that's just the biggest like stretch, and that's fucking bullshit. And you know what? Fucking poof. Anyways, LeBron. Yeah, so. With all that, the last thing I want to add to that is that it was so fucking satisfying because I was just messaging our mate William. You know the one I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Because obviously there's quite a few Williams we know. Yeah, and then mate, I was just freaking texting him like, yo, nice LLLL, like 4 L's Lakers, you know what I mean? Like, you know, I was just like full in his face. I was like, yeah, bro. I'm gonna give me a sec. You can say something real quick, but I'm just gonna actually read these. Oh no, I got it. All right, 4L Lakers, and I said, "Comfy watching this for Fihi," and he said, "Haha, fucking hell." And I said, "You guys salty as fuck, poor sportsmanship, mate." You know, and then he's like, "Watch it at the pub at lunch, depressing as fuck." And then I said to him, "Shit is porn to me right now. Better luck next year, mate." And yeah, he has not replied yet, but yeah, mate, it's fucking very, very like it. It was a very, very satisfying few minutes of basketball to watch, but then after that too, I was just in it was like Friday afternoon too, and I was just like very like very comfy, you know.
Yeah, definitely made my Friday, that's for sure.
Exactly. But yeah, I think that's wraps up all I've wanted to say about that fucking series, closing the chapter on the Lakers this season.
I just want to quickly say before we move on to the next one, shout out to Phoenix. So I know we talked a lot about the Lakers in that series, but Phoenix got to give us a lot of love, deserves a lot of love. They just had no answer for Devin Booker as well as DeAndre Ayton. So yeah, thinking that they can pick up Andre Drummond and Marcus Gasol, those guys are pretty much just like statues out there. And Ayton just ate them up. Yeah, CP3 led the way, but yeah, overall I'm pretty hyped for the Suns. And I'll be rooting for them in the next series actually. But yeah, that pretty much wraps up everything. Which one should we move on to? There's actually a few series to go through, but maybe we won't go through all of them.
Oh no! Like, okay, we can, if you want to quickly pump one out, just Atlanta versus New York Knicks. I mean, yeah, that happened. Next.
No, I will say one out of that thing. Did you see all the shit talking? There's a lot of back and forth and like a lot of fans going at like Trae Young and stuff.
Oh, I saw like videos of people, yeah, like full talk, yeah, like calling out. Like they were all outside like Madison Square Garden and they were like, yo, fuck you, Trae Young, if I saw you, I'd fucking kill you, you know, shit like that.
Yeah, I found that shit pretty funny. So
yeah.
Aside from that, I won't say anything more about that series, but props to Atlanta. New York didn't stand a chance. Yeah, I don't know what happened to Julius Randle. choked.
Oh yeah. That's
Probably one
pretty
of
much
the-
all you have to know about it. He just
Probably one of the
choked.
worst series we've seen out there.
Yeah, and it was like I guess like D Rose trying to carry. All right, next I guess, isn't it?
Yeah, speaking of the theme of worst series from a player,
Yeah.
let's jump into Milwaukee and Miami.
Oi.
Because we're talking Mr. Jimmy. I don't know if you saw the quote, but he was like, "I'm stupidly locked in."
Oh yeah, that shit.
Jimmy, I'm stupidly locked in. Butler, having one of the shittest fucking series ever. I don't have his actual stat line. Maybe I can try and find it, but
No need.
yeah, the Heat were just trash, and Milwaukee put them away in a sweep.
Yeah, they
got out the
and
brooms.
that's the thing. They're the only people that like got swept in the first round.
Yeah,
And we have Washington Wizards for fuck's sake.
Yeah. These are the finalists, man. Last year's finalists,
Yeah.
bro. Bubble Miami. I'm telling you, bro. The bubble was different.
Yeah, bubble is different.
Uh,
Yeah, but at the same time too, you saying this stuff, but I still, I didn't lose any kind of respect for Jimmy Butler or even the Miami Heat, just even what they did last season. Tip my hat off to them. However, I've always liked Jimmy Butler too, so I don't really give a shit. But because on the other side was obviously our boy Jrue, so that's why I was like, yo, let's get him into the finals.
yeah, true. I mean, on the Miami side, the only thing I'd say is there was a lot of chat about how they could have gotten Harden, but they decided not to give up like Tyler Hero and
Oh yeah.
Duncan Robinson and shit because they were
Yeah.
like, these guys are the future. Bro, what future?
Yeah, bro.
So who knows where they go from here? So it'll be interesting to see. Maybe they come back stronger next year. Maybe they just need an off season.
Yeah.
But yeah, talking about
No, bro. I know the future they're talking about. So basically, if you go into your web browser, you got to type in mcdonalds.com/jobs. That's the future. That's the future we're talking about.
yeah, and there's even chatter about potentially getting, I think, either Duncan into or Tyler into the Pels. So yeah, who knows?
Oh,
I mean, I wouldn't want to see
okay.
that. That's just going to be more bad defense.
Bro,
but-
yeah. Can we just get rid of Bledsoe before we even think about any of that shit?
True.
Like, why is it just chatter about anything? Let's just get rid of fucking Bledsoe. Like, we don't need to talk about anything. Just get rid of fucking Bledsoe. Wait, we'll go into we can go to the next series if you wish.
No, I was going to quickly talk about Milwaukee. Yeah, like you said,
Okay, yeah,
shout out to Jrue. Saw a few of the Bucks games and just happy to see him in the playoffs. And he's just shining. He's like ball handling a lot. He's the key to making a deep Bucks run. Is all I'll pretty much say. But
Yeah, true.
apart from that, overall domination, Giannis locked up Jimmy B. So yeah, that's pretty much it for that series.
Because what I was going to bring up, because we were just talking about, I think this is somewhat related, because how there was talks about, movement within our organization. A big freaking, I guess, organizational change has been in the Celtics.
Oh yeah,
Danny Ainge retiring, and then
yeah.
Brad Stevens to the front office now, right? So I'm believing there's like the head coach position is available.
Yeah, at the moment a lot of names have been thrown out there. I think like Jason Kidd,
Yeah.
JVG. Yeah, who knows what's going to happen with Boston? It seems like, they had an incredible run of just constantly making the playoffs. They just couldn't get to the next level.
Yeah.
I'm guessing Brad really is just looking for some job stability and less pressure I think he's gone into, I don't remember if it was GM or whether it was basketball operations, but who would want to be a head coach? Talk about all the pressure and potentially losing your job pretty quickly. So,
But think about the glory.
yeah, that's true. But when you come up against the fucking Brooklyn Nets, what can you do? Really,
Yeah.
may as well talk about this series while we're at it. Brooklyn winning at 4-1, and honestly, the only reason why Boston even had a one-game win is because Jason Tatum had to go for 50 points.
True.
Aside from that,
Let
it
the
was
man do his
just
thing.
yeah. Aside from that, it was just it was pretty much a Brooklyn sweep. Let's be honest. Aside from that one game, so how do you stop the firepower? KD, Kyrie, Harden, they were just too good. So yeah, not much I can say for that. Anything you want to talk about for this series?
Suck shit, Celtics.
yeah. Hopefully they come back better. Who knows? But yeah, Brooklyn way too good. Next series, let's jump into. How about we go over to the West?
Oh, wait, but we only got one more in the East, don't we? Just finished. Because
Okay,
that's
yeah,
another
yeah.
one to pump out, right?
Yeah, Philly and Washington. So again,
Embiid got injured, but did he come back on, or is he still like MIA?
no, it's still MIA. So
Okay.
4-1. Honestly, probably the only reason why Washington even won a game is because Embiid went out that game. He got injured in that fourth game when there was a chance of sweeping him. And then that gave Washington a chance. And yeah, when your back's up against the wall, you don't really want to be swept.
Yeah.
Russ Westbrook did his best. Bradley Beal, I think he was kind of injured as well.
He's best. Yeah. Because talking about Russell Westbrook, it's hard. I'll try to paint the picture I seen in words. It's like that meme. Like there's like I think like a fat kid sees like a donut or something like that under like those box traps they have. Like you go through food and then the box just like falls on top of you, and then like in the cartoons they have that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically it's like Russell Westbrook is like, I don't know, like the fat kid, and then let's say the donut is like triple doubles, and then and then the box is saying like first round exit. So yeah, spot on, right?
When you talked about that box trap, it just reminded me of I don't remember. Do you remember in high school when they tried to catch a pigeon?
Oh yeah, bro.
Then,
RSPCA might be listening in, bro. Let's settle down. Yeah.
I forgot it. And deputy principal came, and then it was like, "What are you guys doing?"
Yeah,
what
are you absolute dickheads doing?
Yeah,
right now?
It's like a trail of bread.
yeah.
Oh, that's too funny. Anyways, yeah, pretty much what you said. The Wizards' fucking supporting cast is absolute trash. I think they're one of the worst supporting cast in the league, actually. Bertans, I think that's his name. He was nowhere to be seen. And outside of, I guess, Rui, and then
I was gonna say, you say that, but I gotta give shout out to Rui Hachimura, or how the fuck you say it, but shout out to Rui.
Yeah, like outside of that guy, there's pretty much no one that's that good or good. Well, Bertans was supposed to be good, and then he was absolute crap.
Yeah.
Maybe Daniel Gafford's coming up, but aside from that, yeah.
Yeah, the only thing we need to take away from this is now, because Philly out of the East. We'll talk about the next series later, but Philly out of the East would have the easiest kind of path to get to the conference finals.
Yeah,
because they're just going to verse Atlanta, right? But the thing is that obviously the only thing you need to take away from this series is that they've lost Embiid for however many games or whatever, right? So yeah, I guess that makes it kind of it thickens the plot. But yeah, I guess we'll move to the West.
Yeah, sounds good. Let's go. I mean, Utah, Memphis. Is there much to talk about here?
I didn't
catch many of the games, but I think you did. Yeah.
Yeah, I caught a couple of the games. Yeah, like John Morant was just, bro. If anything, I was sitting back, I was watching. I was just like, fuck, like John Morant's the fucking man, bro. If you could argue that his team has like less of like you can't even argue. It's true. His team has less star power than our team, right? Because
you talking about Memphis?
Yeah, Memphis. Yeah, 100%, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah. Okay, I can kind of agree with that. I think they got more bench depth than us, but
but
definitely star power. Yeah,
exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. And but because all we got is like because we got these names and shit, but they ain't fucking doing shit. So I'm just like, although Zion is fucking great and all, here's Ja Morant. He's like, he's taking these fucking, I don't want to say bums, but these fucking these non-stars to like to the fucking playoffs, and then on top of that too. And to get into the playoffs, you had to fucking kill off Steph Curry, bro.
Yeah.
That's crazy, right? And then after that, he actually takes the game from Utah, number 1 seed. I think 1 or 2 games, I can't remember. I think it was 1, right?
It was 1 game, yeah.
Yeah. And but on top of that too, he's breaking like records for like how many points like the max points like someone's gotten in the first like I don't know like few playoff games ever in their career. And so yeah, he was absolutely killing it. I think he even got like some career highs or something like that, right?
Yeah, to be honest, I haven't been keeping up with this series, but definitely huge respects to Ja Morant and Memphis. There was a whole, and that's something we can probably talk about after, about all the, I don't know if you saw, like, there was like racist fans or something, and they said shit to like Ja Morant. And then,
his mom or something, right?
I think it's to his family or something. Yeah, and then Utah had the decency to be like, hey, yo, like, look, we'll fly out your family to the next game. I think it was game 5 or whatever, and like put them up in accommodation, give them like a car to rent and stuff. And they really appreciated that. And then once Utah won the series, Ja Morant's dad was like, just because you did that, like, you guys didn't have to do that, but because you did that, I want Utah to win this year. So I was like, damn, son, that's pretty fucking like heartwarming and shit. But
yeah, that's actually but you know why that's so funny to me? Because like for them, they're getting that whatever, but like for the person that's like like Utah Jazz, whatever organization, it costs $0 for them.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
so
of course, yeah.
The fuck does it? I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, I would be pissed. I'd be like, I'll spit at these guys. Like, I would, if anything, maybe that's just me. I would just start more shit. I'm like, yeah, no, man, like it's because I'm black. Fucking da da da. Yeah. Like,
honestly,
I would sue these guys. Is what I'm trying to say. I'd make some fucking money.
More than anything, this just proves why no fucking free agents want to go to Utah, because it's a hole and it's like racist as fuck. But it's funny because their star players are black, so. It just doesn't make any sense to me. But that's Utah for you. It's probably gonna piss off a few Jazz fans, but fuck them. yeah, aside from that, they move on to the second round, and we'll have to face either the Clippers or Dallas.
Which is still the only first round series still going on.
Yeah, and we're actually going to find out tomorrow
Oh,
morning at fucking
yo.
5:30 a.m. Sydney
Yo.
time. So I'll be up for it because I've got to go
Oi.
get up for work anyway.
From the beginning, or when are you gonna wake up for it?
I wake up at 6 usually, so
So
half an hour in, probably like second quarter,
When does it start again, sorry?
5:30.
Yeah, because I put it. Wait, 5:30. You sure?
Yeah.
Wait. Fuck, because I may put my alarm on to late. My bad. Give me a sec.
5:30, mate. I got it on ESPN right here.
Yeah, I'm getting up too, mate.
But yeah, Game 7, that's going to be hype against Clippers and Dallas. It's been such a back and forth series. It's been a home court disadvantage. I know that's like the opposite of what it would usually be. That's because each team has won only in the other team's court. So they keep losing at home, essentially, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. Wait, like I was gonna say, yeah, like there's no such thing as home court advantage right now. But I was gonna say, James, if it's 5:30, you reckon 7:30 is a good? Because I already have 7:30 alarms. I see. You reckon that's alright? I'll catch like the fourth.
Mate, 7:30, the game will be over, I reckon.
You reckon? Oh, yeah.
Well, if there's a lot, so the games typically take 2 hours. If there's a lot of fouls, 2.5 hours.
Okay.
So
probably,
yeah, you could catch the fourth if you woke up at 7:30, but
I might
reckon,
put like 6:50 or something like that. Then how about that?
yeah, you probably catch like
Yeah.
the fourth quarter and maybe a bit of the third.
Damn, bro. Like, yo, that's what I'm trying to say. We actually out here grinding, bro. Like I gotta wake up. Like he's waking up earlier than me, bro. You're waking up even earlier. Like you're watching it from the get go, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'll probably be 6 o'clock, so
Yeah. Okay. Still.
I mean, it's half an hour. I may as well just wake up for the whole thing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I will see. We'll see.
Yeah. Mate, but what I'm trying to say is that like, so when we're saying and because this is actually like, because this is Sunday night. We're talking about early freaking Monday morning here. So it's only a few hours away. And like I'm saying, bro, like we out here grinding, bro. Where you at?
Yeah, 100%. Aside from the Lakers and the Phoenix series, I'd say this is the series that I've been keeping up with the most. I've actually watched like pretty much almost every game. I think I only missed game 5. That's also because like games for the Western teams is like slightly later than the Eastern teams. The Eastern teams ones are fucking way too early. But yeah, this has been a crazy series. I mean, last year this series went to 7 as well, and there were a few injuries that unfortunately like fucked up the series a bit. But this has been crazy. I mean, Luka's been carrying the shit out of this Dallas team. He's not letting Clippers have it easy. Then on the Clippers side, they're just making it hard for themselves by not putting away the Mavs. But overall, I don't know if you saw the last game, but Kawhi absolutely went off like fucking cyborg. It was actually crazy watching it live because this was like such an intense game. It was like back and forth. Honestly, Dallas had the lead for most of the game, but man, Kawhi just took over. 45 points, 18 of 25 efficiency.
I think he tied his playoff best too.
Yeah, it was crazy. He was just like taking step back threes. He was like calling out Luka on the ISO.
Yeah,
it was fucking insane. Like probably one of the most hype
basically
Kawhi performances.
I was gonna say basically what Kawhi did, people were saying LeBron was gonna do versus Suns, and that never came.
Yeah,
it never came.
100%. I mean, Kawhi has proven he's like probably one of the best playoff performers ever.
Yeah,
and you saw that with the Raptors teams. You saw that with the Spurs teams back in the day, but probably not last year. He choked those last few games, but far out. This game was insane. I mean, his team wasn't helping him at all. PG was hot and cold. He hit a few clutch shots towards the end, but really didn't do much aside from that. The rest of the team was pretty much cold as fuck from 3. I was watching like Batum, Marcus Morris, and what's the other guy's name? I forgot the other guy's name. Just bricking shots. No, Reggie Jackson was actually good.
Yeah,
but those other two, Batum and Luke Kennard.
Oh right.
Fucking bricking shot after shot. I was just like face palming because this is like wide open shots as well. Reggie Jackson put in like 20 points, so he was pretty good. But overall, man, what a series. I mean, I guess for me, it kind of makes me think that the Clippers aren't good enough to win it all.
Wait.
Just because they can't even put away the Mavs, and watching them play, their defense is like not as good as what we thought it'd be. PG's, in my opinion, has definitely lost a step on defense. He was getting burned by like Jalen Brunson.
But however, having said that, like he's actually doing like quite well this playoff series, on the offense. So
yeah, definitely not bad. Yeah. Not as good as Kawhi though. Kawhi's definitely carrying.
Kawhi's a man, of course.
I think he's averaging like 30 points plus in this playoff series. But then for me, I guess the Clippers, they're not able to defend Dallas well. So Dallas is playing really well, and the role players are stepping up, like Finney Smith, Tim Hardaway Jr. Those guys are playing really well, but I don't know. I just feel like the Clippers' offense is just so inconsistent. Like, if they're not hitting shots, I mean, you can say this for any team, but watching a brick shot after shot and then not being able to create their own shot, aside from Kawhi, is just like, it's painful, man. And like, I can't imagine being a Clippers fan, because I'm just watching as like a neutral, and I'm even like, holy fuck, Clippers just make a half of themselves.
Yeah.
Can't imagine being a Clippers fan. So I kind of feel for you guys out there. You guys are just watching a team not reach their potential like every night almost.
Yeah.
But yeah, aside from that, what are your thoughts on this series?
No, because you're talking about Clippers fan. Yeah, I have been like communicating with the Tommy Key guy over the past like week and stuff about the games and whatnot. Even when they were down 2-0, he didn't lose frame. He was still in belief. And then they win 2 in a row again. But I was thinking, that's it, right? Come on, boys, like we're gonna win this next one. We're gonna go up 3-2. But I mean, they could have, but just some last very like unclutched possessions at the end of the fourth. Like of that, what do you call it? Is that game 5? Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, that was game 5.
Game
that was the one
5,
where like Kawhi like airballed the 3 to tie and shit.
But at the same time, what people don't show too is that like he was the one that like got in like a very clutch like 3-point play. But then the only reason they were in that shit situation in the first place was because on the fast break, these guys, I think Paul George passed it over to like Terrence Mann, and he was going for like a freaking like a layup or something like a under the basket kind of layup, right? But then I guess he just choked and he tried to pass it out and he gave it to Batum, who was running in, and Batum's like, what the fuck? And he tried to, it just didn't go in. But what I'm trying to say is that, like, why the fuck do we have to do that? We could have just, like, chilled, give it to Kawhi and see what play he can make, you know what I mean? So that's what I'm trying to say. It wasn't, you can't blame that necessarily on Kawhi. Obviously, I didn't necessarily think he had the best game, that game either, but still, like, down the stretch, it was just like a overall team, like, just not being clutch, really. So it's a shame. And then finally, what do you call it? So I was like, shit, bro. Please don't get killed in game 6. And luckily they didn't. And now we got game 7, bro. So how I see it, I'm still keeping it real, bro. I said, like, Clippers, it's Clippers ride or die, bro.
Yeah, I mean, if I had to bet on who's going to win this next game, I actually think the Clippers will win. But I don't, from what I've seen, I feel like it's definitely...
It's at home. It's at home now. It's at home too.
Yeah, I mean, like we say, home court disadvantage at the moment, but I mean, I think they can win Game 7 because I guess they have more to prove, and they've shown that with their backs against the wall, they can fucking step up.
Sometimes
Kawhi goes up, but when it comes to the bigger picture, I just see so many weaknesses in their game now based on this series of Dallas. Like Dallas being able to just eat them alive in the paint and then shoot the 3 on them, and like. They have nothing. They just don't have the defensive prowess to beat it. It's a bit concerning for me. So I don't know whether I feel like they could get past the Jazz, but in the end, I think if time came down to NBA Finals, and you're looking at either Milwaukee, who I think, or Brooklyn, I think the championship might go to the East this year. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, after seeing like the most recent game today, which we'll get more into, like Bucks versus Brooklyn. Unless Bucks like starts showing us something, we may be all fucked.
Yeah. Anyways, let's quickly go over the last series. It was Denver and Portland. Yeah. Denver 4-2, still good, still too good even without Jamal Murray. Obviously, I didn't really watch all the games in this series, and I don't really watch Denver that much. So I'll give my props to Denver. Nikola Jokic is killing it, but I think the biggest story here is with Portland.
Yeah.
Now that they've lost this series 4-2. Again, Dame's failed to progress. I mean, he had that one year where I think they made the conference finals, but it's been a few years now of first, second round exits.
And that was like a waste of like a Western Conference Finals like appearance. It was just like you were only there because everyone else was fucking shit.
Yeah, and because of that, the aftermath of that is them parting ways with their coach Terry Stotts. So I think finally something's going to happen in Portland in terms of
blowing it up.
Yeah, blowing it up. I mean, keeping Dame, obviously. Dame's said he wants to be loyal and he wants to be a one-team man, so he's probably not going to be leaving.
Get the fuck out, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's talking about offloading CJ's contract, but really, who's going to take his contract? But there was that game where he had like that 55 points, and he was like hitting like 3 after 3 after 3, like clutch as fuck. And then you just watch his team, and his team like Covington, CJ McCollum, just like bricking shots, missing dunks, missing layups.
Are you talking about the 2OT game or just in general?
I think it was a 2OT game, yeah.
Yeah, the 2OT game was crazy, bro.
And then CJ stepping out of bounds, like those little things.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
When you're putting up 55 points and you're hitting clutch bucket after clutch bucket, those things are going to be like...
And then you guys lose it too, bro.
It's going to be breaking your spirit,
Yeah.
like watching them fucking miss a dunk.
Yeah.
All right, brick it open 3, brick another shot. And then, obviously he had his attempts and he missed a few, but by then he had got 55 points. Like, what more do you want from him? Kind of situation. But yeah, Portland blowing it up. Probably have to reconstruct that roster around Dame,
Mr. Damian Lillard,
maybe Nurkic, maybe some of those younger guys. Yeah, who knows what's going to happen for them really. Coach is gone. I mean, he gave him like, I guess, a good 10 seasons or something, but overall just can't get over the hump. And Denver progressed to the second round to meet the Phoenix Suns.
Yeah, I was obviously rooting for Dame, Portland this series. But yeah, the main gist of that is just pretty much Dame was trying to carry, but it was like too heavy of a load.
Yeah,
that's how it is.
Broken back, mate.
Yeah, broken back indeed.
Yeah, that pretty much recaps all the first round series. I know we went through them pretty quick. Should we just jump into the second? I mean, the only second round series that started is Milwaukee and Brooklyn.
Yeah,
so we may as well talk about that.
Yeah, so I think me and you both had the same kind of situation. So I actually tuned in from the second quarter. So I as in, because I think you just only caught third quarter and fourth quarter, right?
Yeah, second half.
Yeah, second half. So basically but pretty much what me and James were saying, which is true. Basically by the third, we both kind of like was like, maybe playing with our phones or some shit, just like half paying attention, and then the game was lost pretty much in the third by the Bucks. But it was very interesting what I did see, just seeing Jrue Holiday play playoffs.
Yeah, so hype. He was killing out there for a bit. I saw him. Don't remember his stat line. Pretty sure it was like 20 points. Let me just get it up now. But he was dishing assists and rebounds. Kind of like looks like one of his old stat lines at the Pels. So fucking sad face right there.
I was gonna say, like the plays he was making too today, it's just kind of like, yo, he was making those plays for us, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
I love it. Yeah, it's good. It's good for him. But yeah, if you have the stat line, go for it.
17 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists. It wasn't that efficient, but overall, I think it's like...
What was his steals and blocks, if you could?
Unfortunately, 0 steals, 0 blocks.
Oh, that's so good. Because no, you know why that's good? Because I was considering putting a bet on like those. I was thinking that he would like blocks and... Because there's a bet if you put for his combined blocks and steals that he would get more than 2.5. That you would obviously get on like double to triple your money, something like that. But luckily I didn't put that down.
Yeah, that would have been a massive fail. Okay, so his stat line doesn't look that good, and he probably didn't play that well. But I think just overall what he brings is like that playmaking, that ball handling. He can hit the shot, and then also that defense, which
some kind of defense. Yeah.
Unfortunately, the defense didn't matter because the Brooklyn Nets absolutely tore them apart.
Yeah. If anything, I was saying to James too, like if anything, because everyone's just like, oh, Brooklyn Nets is like offense heavy, But if anything, I feel as if maybe we are like all kind of underestimating their fucking defense,
Yeah, I mean they showed up pretty well.
Blake Griffin, especially, he was the MVP, man.
Blake was probably MVP.
He was just like hustle play after hustle play after hustle play, man. This guy, like how many I think it was like jump balls in a matter of like 2 or 3 possessions, like 2 jump balls he got.
Yeah, 18 points, 14 rebounds, 7 of 13 from the field, 4 of 9 from 3-pointer. So, I mean, it's just one game. Who knows? He's probably gonna show up next game and be washed. But really, I think this series is gonna go neck and neck, just because I think both teams are gonna go through.
We've even mentioned Harden too.
Oh yeah, true. Harden injuring his hamstring in like the 40 seconds or something. Pretty much on like one of the first plays, I think he went up for a layup or a drive, and then he just started clutching at his hamstring. So a bit concerning there. Who knows if he's going to be back? It's unclear. I think he went out for MRI, but I think will be neck and neck series because I think both teams will go through offensive inconsistencies, and we saw that with the Bucks today. So yeah, while we give some respect to the Brooklyn Nets for the defense, I think the Bucks just had like super inconsistent offense. Like Giannis was trying to do everything he could, but when you shoot
It was 3, like a 3-point. Like it was just a very bad like 3-point shooting night for them. But yeah, we're gonna say,
when you shoot 6 of 30 from the 3,
well, they fucking go.
Yeah, you're really not doing any favors for yourself. I think there'll be a lot of back and forth based on the fact that I think Brooklyn will have nights where they're going to be cold. Maybe not KD, but Kyrie, maybe the other guys, the role players. But Milwaukee will have the same thing as well. So their defense will probably be better next game. But then there's going to be games throughout this series where they have offensive struggles, and Middleton and Holiday, those guys they're not KD like consistent. They're not going to give you fucking 30 points every night on uber efficiency. They're going to be on and off throughout the game. So I'm really thinking this is going to go 7 games, and it's going to be a super tight series.
I was going to say,
thoughts?
What's a very interesting matchup too that I did like to see was just how throughout the series that Blake Griffin versus Giannis is going to like progress this series. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun to watch.
Yeah, I don't know if you caught it, but by time garbage time and like Brooklyn was way too far in the lead, they started playing like the bench, the Bucks bench, and they actually played Giannis's brother, and then in one of the moments, I think he flopped, and then he got Blake Griffin to commit a foul, and then Blake was saying like, "Oh, that's a flop," and then I think go down to the other end. I think Giannis's brother caused an offensive foul, and then he fell to the ground, and then Blake actually like stepped over him, kind of like when was it Kobe that stepped over?
Oh no!
Iverson stepped over Tyronn Lue. Same thing. Blake stepped over Giannis's brother. I was like, damn, this is fucking gonna. I mean, if Giannis saw that, it's gonna cause him beef straight up. So who knows? Next game, like you said in that matchup, it'd be interesting to see. I want to see Giannis dunk on him. That's all.
Yeah, man. Like I really hope like the Bucks can get a W on their home court. Like at least it's 1-1 going forward.
Yeah, 100%. No, I think this will.
I hope it's not a sweep. I hope it's not a sweep.
I don't think it will be. It'll be a close series.
Yeah. I would like to see it go to 7. That'd be because if anything, this is the series to be watching. Because pretty much after this, this is pretty much the Eastern Finals right now. So we know who's going to come out from the East through this.
Yeah. Don't even. Yeah, let's be honest. Philly and Atlanta, no chance. But yeah, I mean, with this series, who do you think is going to come out in the end?
I mean, I have to go with Bucks, man, obviously, because Jrue Holiday. But I don't know, like you guys got to show me something, but that's all I can say. But I am saying Bucks. I have to go Bucks.
Yeah, I mean, if you asked me before the series started, I would have said Bucks, and I think I'm still going to say Bucks in 7. Even despite today's game, I think today's game is just like an anomaly in terms of offense for Milwaukee. But yeah, who knows, man? Brooklyn, fuck, they're looking legit, and I think everyone's backing them. So it'll be an interesting series for sure. Aside from that, any final words on that series there?
No, I guess like it just makes it much more interesting because of the fact that there's James Harden no longer there, so it's gonna be a fucking series, man.
True. All right, should we quickly go
brush over the other East one?
Yeah, I mean Philly, Atlanta. I think this will go to Philly. I think it will probably take 6 or 7 games, depending on when Embiid comes back. But if he comes back early, sweet.
Yeah, but on top of that too, like it doesn't even matter. Like this is like to get like bronze or like, or not even silver, right? Like it's like this is like an irrelevant kind of series. But all right, so let's go over to the West.
We don't know who's going to face Utah, so we'll find out tomorrow. But Denver,
we know
Phoenix,
mate, Clippers. It's going to be Clippers.
Let's go over Denver and Phoenix first.
Yeah.
This one's.
It has to be Phoenix, man. It has to be Phoenix. You can't.
I want it to be Phoenix,
you
but
can't do all that shit and not fucking kill no Jamal Murray fucking Nuggets.
Who's gonna stop Nikola Jokic? That's gonna be my question.
It's gonna have to be our man Jay Crowder and what's his face DeAndre Ayton, I guess.
Jay Crowder's gonna get fucking torched.
Hey,
7 foot giant, mate. But yeah, this one will be an interesting series as well. I think a big component of it will depend on how healthy CP3 is. So despite him playing those last few games, I don't think he was 100%. His shoulder's still fucking him up. He wasn't really like shooting lights out or anything. Devin's probably going to play like he's gone off, but I'm gonna root for Phoenix, but I don't know, man. This series is hard to call.
I was gonna say something that I read like just like on a comment or something like that, which I think is really really true. Like freaking Jokic, he's like extremely durable. Like this guy doesn't get injured, and he's and think about like all the different kind of bigs, they all get fucking injured, but this guy doesn't get injured.
Yeah, true. That's actually a really good point.
Yeah.
And yeah, he still plays like 40 plus minutes every night, day in day out. It's pretty insane.
Yeah.
Genetics is fucking lucky.
Yeah, but no, man, I mean, sure, there's Denver. I like him, but I was already rooting for Portland. Like, yeah, I'm just gonna have to go for Phoenix, bro. That's how it is, and like, I hope. I don't know. It's not. I hope it will be a fucking interesting series to watch, regardless. But I have to go for Phoenix. Like, I'm never gonna really have a reason to go for Denver. Like, I like what they were doing because I watched a bunch of their games versus Portland, but I was rooting for Portland, you know. So I'm like,
Yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah.
Going for Phoenix in this one, I think Michael Porter Jr. is going to be an X factor for Denver, but it'll be a close series. But yeah, moving on from that, I mean, let's just say because we think the Clippers are going to make it through second round, Utah versus Clippers, who are you thinking?
It's got to be Clippers, man.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
I think anyone who wins, even if it's gonna be like Mavs, if it's Mavs or Clippers, I think because you just like won from that series, this kind of specific series, you'd beat fucking Utah, I reckon. But obviously, different kind of matchups and shit. But
don't you reckon Utah's been on a massive break because they put away Memphis 4-1, so they're going to be rested. Whereas
but that's not always a good thing. That could just be like they're too rested. They're too like much rested. Yeah.
Yeah, far out. This one's so tough to call. I mean, I think either way, personally, if LA or Dallas go through, I'm thinking I'm gonna have to back Utah. Yeah, big call. I know Utah have yet to prove anything aside from regular season, but talk about rest, you talk about team cohesion. If Donovan's healthy, you talk about health. Like overall, they've been pretty lucky, apart from Mitchell. But man, I'm just gonna say Utah. I'll put it to that.
All right, you say Utah. I'm gonna say Clippers or the Mavs. And the thing is, no,
you gotta say Clippers because you think Clippers are gonna win tomorrow. So we'll find out.
Yeah. So
Who knows?
that's what I was just about to say. I was gonna say like no, I'm gonna say with confidence. So it will be the Clippers that takes that series then.
Easy.
Either way, we've got some very interesting kind of like overall so far. Like it's been a very, I guess, interesting. I guess like you said, full of surprises, full of fucking game-changing fucking shit, like series-changing kind of moments, right?
Yeah, I think and I saw a Reddit thread and I agree with it. It was basically saying like the playoffs this season without the Lakers makes everything else more interesting. Because then, like, you know, if you got a healthy Lakers team in there, most people will probably think the Lakers are going to take it again. But the fact that they're not in it anymore, they've been eliminated, it really throws up, you know, anyone can win it kind of momentum.
Yeah, it's true.
You know, LeBron doesn't make another finals, thank God. And you really kind of refresh the storyline, the narratives. Everyone has a chance now. Pretty huge.
Mm-hmm. And that's the thing. I do hope, because that's the thing. Me and James are gonna be waking up for that game tomorrow. I really do hope to watch, like, you know, Clippers have a fucking game and a half and just close that out. That would be really fucking sick.
Yeah, good for Clippers fans. They've had so much pain in the past.
Yeah, because I just love like watching like Kawhi work in the playoffs. It's fucking amazing. Yeah,
true. I agree with that. After the last game, 100% like Kawhi. What a fucking man. What a cyborg. Holy shit.
Yeah. And that's the thing, man. Too, like the last kind of thing before we wrap this up, I guess, is like, because that would have been after, like it like after the events of, pretty much after the series had already ended with Phoenix and Lakers. And then I think the next day was their game versus Mavs at their home, and obviously Mavs is up 3-2. So that's the thing. He could have easily just fallen for the same thing, like the same narrative as LeBron in terms of like, oh, both LA has been like, you know, kicked out of the first round. I mean, it still may happen, but what I'm trying to say is that in that kind of moment, he could have like fucking not had like his tied best fucking playoff game so far. You know what I mean? So. Or playoff highest, I should say, not necessarily best game, but yeah. So I'm just saying, mate, like Kawhi doesn't fucking do the talking; he just fucking does. You know what I mean? And
does it emotionlessly as well.
Yeah, and that's why I actually just fucking love to see that he because I was like worried a bit, right? In terms of like, oh, obviously Dallas has the advantage right now. They could close it. But I was just because I didn't get to actually catch the game. I was like driving around and shit. But I was keeping up to date with the score, and it seemed like it was going back and forth, you know. But not luckily through skill and execution, Kawhi, got the W and made it a 7-game series, and that's what I was really hoping for. I just wanted the same 7-game series from this shit.
Yeah, 100%. And yeah, we'll find out tomorrow morning. We'll be fucking tired as fuck, but that's what we do. And playoff basketball, gotta commit. But yeah, those Sunday, the NBA, you're listening. Those Sunday other games don't fucking help us Aussies. So fuck you.
Yeah, dogs.
All right. Aside from that, any last words, or pretty much good to wrap up? We've pretty much covered all the first round playoff games. Covered a bit of the second round. Probably do another recording by next week. I think we'll be deep into the second round series. If they all go to around 6-7 games, then it's probably be stretched out for a while. We still got a few more episodes we can do, but yeah, any last departing words?
Not really. I guess just peace. Hit us up on all our social media platforms: Instagram, YouTube, and I think the more professional way to say it, because I've been hearing other people say it. Find us on anywhere you get your podcasts.
Hey,
there
shit,
you go.
man's leveling up.
That's what we do, bro.
Yeah, pretty much summed it up. Thanks for listening, and we out.